Welcome everybody to a brand new video. I had a nice 9-hour shift today and I'm really exhausted and I have to put this video out, and honestly I wish I could just take a day off, but I don't like taking days off. I was actually supposed to be in for a 10-hour shift, but I looked at the roster incorrectly, right? And I was sleeping, and I woke up at 11:15. I thought I was going to start my shift at 2:30 and then work until 9, but I woke up at 11:15 with a phone call from my boss saying, "Hey, where are you? You're in at 11. And then I just leaped out of bed. I apologized, and then he was like, "It's alright, man. Just get in whenever you can. Let me know when you're on the bus over." And I just went and brushed my teeth super quick, did my hair, hopped into the shower, and I was in at 12 o'clock. So it took me 45 minutes to get in. I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, I did my hair, I did everything. I got dressed in 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes, because I had to actually go for my bus as well. Your boy was super efficient this morning, and it definitely could have been worse. Now, granted, I was an hour late, which is pretty bad, but if I missed my first bus, I would have been like an hour and a half, and that would have been really bad. But either way, once I had gotten ready, got onto the bus, I was just chilling, I could calm down, and I was like, alright, I just need to get in, do my job, and then just apologize. I fucked up, and that's it. My boss wasn't even that mad. He just said, you know what, shit happens, and he doesn't even remember it, I'm sure. Once I got onto the bus and I was chilling, I decided to just take it easy, sit back, and listen to an audiobook. That's actually what I want to talk about in today's video. You already seen the title, and you already saw the thumbnail. I'm going to be talking about pretty much one of the best discoveries I ever came across in my entire life. Now, the type of person I am, I want to be successful in the future. I want to have loads of money. I want to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want to. I want to have the freedom to just do whatever I want in life. And to do so, having the funds to be able to support that sort of lifestyle is very important. So I take business and I take investing very seriously. And ever since I got into investing, I tried to learn as much as possible as I could. And I decided that I was going to start reading books, because books are some of the best ways that you can learn things in general. It doesn't matter what it is, reading books can probably help you with that task. And so getting started with the stock market, I decided that I was going to read a book called The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, which is widely considered the greatest book ever written on investing. In fact, Warren Buffett has a quote on the front of the book that says it's the best book ever written on investing, so I figured it's probably a good read. And so I picked up that book, and it took me like a year to finish it, because it was a very long book, and I read very slowly, and I don't have the dedication to sit down and actually read a book. I pretty much never read the book alone at home. I was always doing it when I was on the bus or when I was dossing class in school. Pretty much whenever I didn't have as many distractions as I did at home. And I'm the type of person to stay home a lot of the time, so it took me a very, very long time to actually finish that book. And I figured to myself that if I want to be successful, I need to find a more efficient way of reading, because there is no way I can read one book a year and then just suddenly become successful one day. I need something a little bit more efficient. While it's great that I even got through the book to begin with, I did have to find something a little bit more efficient. And so recently I decided to check out Audible. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Audible is. Don't worry, this video is not sponsored by Audible. I know that every single YouTuber these days is sponsored by them, but don't worry, I'm not sponsored by Audible. I'm just going to be talking about them in this video. Maybe one day I'll get a referral code or something, but at the moment, no, I am not sponsored, so don't panic. I'm not being a sellout just yet. But yeah, I decided to sign up for Audible, and when you do, your first audiobook is free. And so I decided to go with a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It was a book that a YouTuber that I watch called Minority Mindset recommended, and so I decided to check it out. The book is about half the length of The Intelligent Investor, so if I were to read it, it probably would have taken me about half a year if I was reading at the same pace as I read The Intelligent Investor. Audible allows you to get a free book every single month, and then on top of that, you also get special offers and shit, and you can also buy books just individually if you want. And it should have taken me half a year if I were to read the physical book, but I'm very happy to say that I finished the book in less than a week. I actually believe it took me 3 days to listen to the audiobook and finish it. Not 3 days of straight listening. I believe the audiobook was 7 or 8 hours in total, but I listened to it pretty much whenever I could. Sometimes I would listen to it in work, sometimes I would listen to it when I was just doing nothing that required my absolute attention. Actually, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. The first book I decided to pick up wasn't Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was actually my second book. The first book I decided to pick up was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I finished that book in just a few days. Then I decided to listen to Rich Dad Poor Dad, finished that in a few days. Then afterwards, I decided to listen to EntreLeadership by Dave Ramsey, which is basically a book talking about how to be a successful entrepreneur, how to start a successful business, and how to work as a team. And currently, I'm listening to my fourth book. But all of those previous three books, I signed up for Audible maybe about a month ago. And in that time, I haven't actually been listening to audiobooks fully, but I have managed to finish these books probably in total listening time in maybe a week and a half, which is absolutely phenomenal. 3 books in less than 2 weeks is just mind-blowing. And I've learned so much from these books, it's honestly crazy. And this is one of the most amazing things that I have actually invested in, is my education, actually listening to audiobooks and hearing other successful people talk about how to become successful. If you want to be successful, I definitely recommend you either read or listen to audiobooks, check out Audible, I don't know. Knowledge is your greatest tool. Being able to do things with your mind is the most important thing in the world. It doesn't matter what happens to markets, it doesn't matter what you do in your business. What matters is the assets that you have in your own mind. And so reading and learning from other people who have done the things that you want to do is one of the best ways to get there. Audible actually sent me an email of a special offer that they gave me where it was like 3 credits, which by the way, you can use 1 credit to buy any book on Audible. And so they made me an offer, 3 credits for €20, which was absolutely amazing. That was essentially 3 books for €20, which is really amazing, and I definitely picked it up. I am not very stingy when it comes to spending money on my education because I realize that it is an investment in and of itself. So I finished 3 books so far, and the 4th one I'm listening to right now is actually The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera. I figured that revisiting this book in audio form would really be beneficial to me because there are certain concepts that I simply didn't understand when reading the book physically. And it's never bad to go back and revise all the things that I learned, because if I want to be a successful value investor, I should probably listen to this book, because value investing is one of the best ways to become very wealthy. It does take a lot of time and effort, but I understand that being successful is not going to be easy, so I have to do it. I have to put in the work. But yeah, Audible, absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend anybody who is watching this video to check out Audible. Even if you're not looking to get into business and making money, just check it out. Maybe you'll find some fictional books that you like or something. It's so incredibly efficient, and I'm so happy that I decided to put my money towards this. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smack the like button. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please be sure to subscribe. I'll have my last video in the corner. If you haven't checked that out already, definitely make sure to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.